Hello, amazing people. I hope everybody's doing good. My name is Sika Antonio. I recorded a video a couple of days ago. For those who follow my page, you guys know that not many of my videos are recorded in English because I guess I'm multilingual, and a lot of the things that I talk about have to do with the people in my own community, and I'm trying to get a point across. And sometimes it just comes better in local lingua, but there's certain issues that cut across cultures and races and people in general. And so when I get the request to talk about that specific thing in English so the people that are non-Ghanaian can also understand what I'm saying, then I am pushed to do that. And this is one of such videos. So this video was just talking about guys in general and trying to give them advice about how to have better relationships with women. And the one thing that any man who wants to have a loving, thriving, successful relationship with a wife, a partner, a girlfriend should never, ever do in their relationship. I've seen and heard stories that, quite frankly, have given me goosebumps. It breaks my heart and it saddens me that in 2021, there's still people that want to inflict so much pain and hurt on the other person in the name of love. It's sad. It is nothing other than cheating. So in the Western countries, in a lot of places, I guess because of the way the systems have been set up, a lot of guys are warming up and waking up to the idea that if they cheat on their wives, their common law partners, their girlfriends that they've spent a long time with, especially if they're living in the same house, a lot of men have gotten the message that there's systems in place where, women can take them to the cleaners if they mess about. So a lot of guys, some of them have had to learn the hard way, and some of them have learned from other people's experiences to learn how to zip it up. Keep your dick in your pants because it causes a lot of problems. It costs you a lot of money, and a lot of men have realized that, 5 minutes of pleasure somewhere else. Having my dick that wallows and goes into different territory that it has no business going into costs me too much money. So you know what? I am not even going to bother. The disruption to my life, the financial cost to myself, the embarrassment to my family, the breakup if there are kids involved and all of that is too much of a hefty price to pay just for cheating. Just for 10 minutes of pleasure with some other woman that has added little or no value to your life. It's not worth it, so I'm not going to do it. But now there seems to be a new trend that is growing. It is not just in my African community, but just men in general. So I've heard this very stupid, frankly silly argument that men make, which says that as long as I'm not physically having sex with some other woman that I'm not married to or in a committed relationship with, that, I'm just talking to, we're just chatting over the phone and, sending intimate pictures of each other's private parts to each other. That's not sex. We're just playing. We're just having a bit of fun. Where is the harm in that? Seriously. Seriously, are you being serious? Or is this some kind of a bloody joke? I've heard this multiple times and it drives me insane because I can't understand how a man cannot see that the mere fact that you're in a relationship with somebody and yet you think that it's okay to be chatting to another woman, talking to them, texting them at all hours of the day, going on WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, video calling them, and sharing intimate pictures of those parts of your body that only your partner should see with this other person it's okay. It's not sex. I haven't had sex with her. We were just talking. We were just messing about. And so they think that this is okay. Now, for some reason, their girlfriends, their wives find out. And the silly argument that I continue to hear is that there's nothing wrong with it. I don't even know who she is. I haven't met her in person. I never slept with her. Yes, you did. Cheating is not when you're physically lying in bed with somebody and you stick your dick in their pussy. To me, cheating starts when you start exchanging text messages and talking to somebody because you know that it's not right. And so you don't text and send those intimate images of yourself to that other woman or that other guy when your other partner that you're in a committed relationship with is lying next to you. No. You send it when you're sitting in the toilet in the bathroom with the door locked. You send it when you're on your lunch break at work. You send those things when your wife or your partner, your common law partner, your girlfriend is not with you. That is when you do those things. You do it because you know it's wrong. You know if that other partner saw it, it is a source of pain. She might even leave you. So you do it when you think nobody is watching you. But the fact of the matter is that in this world, everything that you do under the sun, the surface of this planet, it comes back to bite you in the bum, big time. And so here is how the story went. So this guy had a wife, they have 2 children, everything is good, life is good. They're having the best time of their lives. They're in the peak of their prime. They're making good money. Both husband and wife have good jobs. The children are doing well in school. Life is good. They've got a house here in Canada. They're building a beautiful house in Ghana. Life is good. It feels like life is good. But this guy made a mistake. He went on social media, met a girl half his age. Because these people are middle-aged adults, so the couple are both in their late 40s. And he's busy chatting to a 25 or 27-year-old woman back in Ghana. Because her pictures are all over social media. Her boobs are sticking out. Her ass is sticking out. She has a tiny little waist. You know, she's young. Of course, she's going to look like a super hot model. Of course. So he gets texting. They get exchanging messages. Before long, they're video calling each other via Facebook Messenger. The rest is history. Now things have gotten really hot. Hot and spicy between the two of them. They call each other every night. Sometimes when the wife is asleep in the other room, he's in the study, presumably working late. Takes his dick out of his pants and they're having phone sex. Lo and behold, the wife storms into the place. The husband's dick is all jacked up and out of his pants in his hand. And the other woman is talking on the other side with her boobs all sticking out and her legs wide spread apart. The rest is history. And the guy, till today, is still sitting there arguing about the fact that he doesn't see what the big deal is. In that he wasn't cheating on his wife. He didn't sleep with this girl. He doesn't even know where she lives. Blah, blah, blah. What you guys don't understand is that when a woman says that she loves a guy and she fully commits to them, it's not just with their heart, their mind, and everything. It's with their intimate bodies and the full works too. I know some women cheat in marriages and relationships, and I know that guys do as well. But today I'm talking about the guys who are doing this thing, because the number of accusations and complaints that I've had from my friends that are women, married women, and other people that are single but in relationships that haven't yet led to marriages, it's mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing, and the excuse and the complaining is all the same thing. Phone sex has become the order of the day now. In this advent of social media. Social media can be tools that you can use for positive things. But there are also very adverse things that have happened because people just can't control themselves, lack discipline, have no self-dignity and respect for themselves, and have lost their minds. And so now in this instance, this woman is going to file for divorce because she says she cannot trust this guy anymore. If he's openly jerking with women on Facebook, who else is he not sleeping with? She can't do it anymore. She wants out of a 20-year marriage. Can you imagine all the assets that they've acquired together that are now going to be split into two? And each person is going to walk away with their bit. Guys, you really have to think critically about what is important to you. 15 minutes of jerking with some woman out there who adds no value, doesn't cook for you, doesn't clean for you, isn't the mother of your children, doesn't care about your well-being. You have no business jerking up with. Do you hear me? And so when you do all of that messing about and it's costing you an arm and a leg, be prepared to face up to the consequences of your stupidity. Because I see time after time, being a woman myself, I see women commit themselves wholly to relationships, devote their lives in sacrifice in relationships. What do they get back in return? They're cooking, they're cleaning, they're trying to organize you. Without them, you are nothing. They spent their life with you when you had nothing. When all you had was a mattress on a bloody floor, the women stuck with you. You had a life together. You started with nothing. 5 years in, you have a house, have a couple children. Your house is now a home. You have a woman who's given herself for you and committed to that marriage. Why can't you do the same? Why? Why can't you do the same? The woman never denies you sex. I mean, if you have issues in your sex life, the answer is not to go cheating elsewhere. Fix it in your home. Stick to that one woman. Stick to that one pussy. Just like the women also, stick up to you and your pricks. Guys make silly excuses. Oh, you get fed up with the same thing all the time. Oh, yes, we women get fed up with you and all too. When you're going through the changes of life, and I met you when you were single with a flat tummy and no bellies protruding, with no gray hairs or bald heads, I loved you still the same. Because I understand that life changes, people change. I'm 40 years old now, and I bet you I did not look like this 20 years ago. I'm a lot bigger now. I have gray hairs. My face has a bit of wrinkles. I am not 20 anymore. So I am comfortable in my 40-year-old body because this is it. And I'm fine in my 40-year-old body. Any man who has discipline, any man who has self-respect and understands life and has wisdom would know that a 20-year-old body can never be the same as a 40-year-old body. Especially when there's no Botox, there's no plastic surgery, there's nothing. Just natural trajectory and aging process going on. You can never compare a 40-year-old boob to a 20-year-old boob. And so if you're going to risk losing everything that you have in your 20-year marriage for 15 minutes of jerking up with some woman that you never even met before on your social media page, then I'm sorry, guy, but you're stupid. Because this guy in this case is about to lose a home that he spent the last 20 years trying to build from scratch with a wife who's stuck with him through thick and thin. Where is the sense in that? Guys, you might think that you're the smartest people. You're the smartest species between the men and the women. But I'm here to warn you. I am here to advise you. I am here to caution you to think critically about what you're doing before you do it. If you want to be that tomboy that plays around and sticks it from one place to the other, don't get married. But if you want to have a home, if you want to have a wife, live in a committed relationship and enjoy the full benefits of that thereof, then be prepared to be disciplined enough to do everything it takes to protect that relationship. Cherish it and keep it. But if all you're going to do is to think that you're smart, and so you're going to try to eat your cake and have it, believe you me, the woman will take you to the cleaners. You will lose your home, your life, your finances will be in a mess, your children, and everything. And you ask yourself, was it worth it? Was 15 minutes of jerking, 15 minutes of you feeling on top of the world, worth you losing half of everything that you've worked for the last 20 years to build? Ask yourself that question. Guys, women have taken enough bullshit from some of you guys, you know. Women have taken a lot, suffered a lot of injustice from you guys, especially in our African communities. We black women have taken a lot of bollocks from a lot of men for a long time. And now we are tired. We are fed up. We are fed up with promoting and agreeing with and supporting your dysfunction. So women have taken a stand. You want to love? Love deeply and you'll be loved back. You want to have a stable, committed, enjoyable life with a woman? Commit to her properly with everything. Mind, heart, soul, dick. And she'll do the same. But if you want to play smart, if you want to act up and think that you're wiser than King Solomon, then please don't be surprised when you're taken to the cleaners. It is about time, guys, that you begin to value yourselves more. Any man who values themselves and knows who they're worth will not even want to expose their nakedness and the chastity and sanctity of your dick to somebody you're not married to or in a committed relationship with. You wouldn't go sticking it just anywhere, just for 10 minutes of pleasure, because you value yourself too much. Your self-value, your self-dignity, your self-respect and self-worth means so much to you that you don't want to be caught up in any scandal where your name is plastered everywhere and you look like a complete fool and a jerk. Guys, think critically. Is the pain worth the pleasure? Think about it. A lot of you men want to have the best lives ever, fairy tale homes, but you don't want to do the work that it takes to keep the home. Marriages that are successful, relationships that are successful don't just happen overnight. They happen because the two people in the marriage are committed to, channeling their energies and committing to themselves to make the marriage work. But if one party is the only committed party and the other one just wants to go stick it around and have jerky, hot, spicy relationships on social media and over the phone, under the pretext that, oh, I didn't really have sex with her, it was just a game, we were just having fun, then there is a hefty price to pay for that. And believe you me, you will pay it. So guys, think critically about it. Take decisions that have been fully thought about. You much rather be single than be married and try to show that you're smart and try to cheat and do things that puts the very thing that you spent years building at risk. Think about it. God bless you guys. I hope that this video will begin to resonate with some of you. You begin to make smarter moves and smarter choices with what you do. Those girls that you hang out with, they're never going to marry you. They're never going to be with you. And when the shit hits the fan, on those days when you're sick, bedridden, when are you going to find those 25-year-olds that you were jerking up with to come and clean you up? Oh, then you suddenly remember you have a wife, right? And you expect this wife to devote herself and her time and willingly and lovingly, with all of her heart, look after you. No wonder. No wonder. Guys, wisen up. There's one thing that you can do to a woman to bring out the tigress and the bitch in her, is to take your dick and stick it everywhere until you're caught. Some of you guys think you're smart. Oh, my wife doesn't even know. She doesn't complain. She doesn't say anything. She does not know. Oh, she does. If she's chosen to be silent and not complain, if I were you, I'll be much more afraid, because still waters run deep. Think about it. A word to the wise, they say, is enough. Have a fantastic day. My name is Sika Antonio, by the way. I love men and women, and I just want to have a community and a society where people are thriving and succeeding and making decisions that are smart. Decisions that are going to give you a future and a hope. Decisions that are going to give you an ending in life that is worth mentioning and talking about, that other people can look up to and emulate. Think about it. Think about it before you make that decision, before you take that action that ruins everything. God bless you. I love you. Bye-bye.